Good morning. It is March. Can you believe that already? March the 2nd, 2025. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. I am having a fantastic weekend. It's been a great weekend so far. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is truly appreciated. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch or click on the link and see what's going on. Today we're going to be doing campaign series Middle East. The 3.0 update was released last week, which is fantastic news. I'm very excited about that. I'll give you a quick rundown of what you should do to go grab it and things that you should consider as you're installing it and whatnot. It's a very simple installation. It is a remaster of the game, which means that it is going to, if you do have it installed on your machine already, it will basically uninstall it and then reinstall the new version. There is one caveat with that, and we'll go over that here in a second. So I'm going to assume, and if you haven't, I highly recommend doing this, is going to Matrix Games, go and sign up for the My page, and that's where you're going to have your account. And make sure that you register your games, because then you'll always have access to a downloadable version. It'll be the latest version, but at least you'll have access to the downloadable version. Now, on the previous screen is where all the serial numbers and all like that is kept. But I highly recommend making sure that you have registered your game, because it'll help in the long run. Absolutely. So what you'll do is when you're there, you go to My page, you'll go to your account, and then Downloads. You'll click on the game that you want, and it'll take you to this screen here. And you'll see that there are two options for downloading where their servers are. There's one in North America and one in Europe. I'm in Canada, so I choose that one, which it then downloads as a zip file. It'll put it into your downloads folder. It is a zip file, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab it, or I would grab it, and I'm going to put it in a different location. So as you can see, I've done this already for Vietnam. I'm going to move it, and then once that's moved, I'm going to unzip it. You need to do this. So for Middle East, as you can see, there's a big difference between Vietnam and Middle East, and why you need to unzip for sure, at least the Vietnam one. Once you've so this one here has two files, because Vietnam is significantly larger than the Middle East game, so it had to be broken into two. You don't have to worry about this, but as long as they're in the same folder, they'll install fine. After that, you just double click this and it'll go through the installation process. I'm not going to do it with you. Hey Crossroads, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. Yes. So, it'll go through the process. It'll uninstall your existing one, or if you don't have an existing one, it'll just install it right from scratch. So you're pretty much good to go either way. It is as seamless as we could make it, which is always a good thing. After it is installed, you'll see an icon, which is this one here. You'll notice that the Vietnam icon here and the Middle East icon, they're very similar, but that's for consistency. That's our CS Legion logo. The only main difference is the color. So all of the games will have that particular stylized logo, but they will have different colors depending on the game. I don't recall what they're going to be for Cold War or the World War II, but we'll get to that when we have them. Just double click. Mine is installed on the C drive, so I need to always say yes, even though it is running as administrator. You should see 3.00.01 here, and then you'll click on, this is the main Matrix launcher, and then our launcher is when you click play, you'll see the brand new display here. This is, hey Schlons, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in, and huge thank you for all your help, Schlons, really. It is truly appreciated. That's something that I'll bring up here shortly. Actually, I'll bring it up now since we're talking about it. Now, there is an issue with Middle East that you can only if you're going to use Iran. If you're not going to use Iran, don't worry about it. But Schlons has provided a quick link to a fix for Iran. In my haste, I had forgotten a couple of the 3D files, and Schlons has created some beautiful graphics, the Toyota graphics to use, which are just gorgeous. Absolutely love them. So yeah, as well as the Panhard VTTs and Land Rovers. Yeah, these graphics are just gorgeous. Here, we can even show you what they look like. Damn, they're just so nice. Check the last post. Yeah, that'll be the other thing that I go over here quickly. There was a gentleman who is... Oh, of course. There was a gentleman who was building a scenario, and Schlons brought up a really good point that I totally forgot about, is that if you're going to make an Iran-Iraq war scenario, you have to set up one of those nations as side A. Doesn't matter which, but one of them has to be set up as side A. So I think if we go into the editor, I think you do that in the editor. I'll quickly show you how to do that since we're talking about it. And then we'll go over all the good stuff. But these are some significant glitches that need to be addressed. And the other thing, let's do that first. Wait, hang on. Let's just grab a quick scenario. Where the hell do I do that? Sides. Scenario sides. So, you'll see that Iraq and Iran is not here for some strange reason. Did I not do this right? Anyways, if Iran is there, I'm not sure why it's not. That's kind of weird. No, this is the new version, is it not? Yeah, it's a new version. Maybe let's try a different scenario. I don't know why it's not showing up. Anyways, the point is, you have to pick one or the other, either Iraq or Iran. It should be country 50, I think. You'll put that as side A, and then the game will work properly. Maybe it requires a new scenario to have them. I haven't tried myself. It's Velendank. So anyways, I'll go through this in the future once I figure out what's going on. But yeah, that's something we should keep in mind, is that anyways, if you are... I've seen this because Schlons has done it. It's there, as well as maybe because he has those units inside of his thing. Actually, let's just double check, make sure that Iran is in our game. Sorry. Yay for doing things live. Going into the order of battles. No, it's there. 57 is there. Is that 57? Where's Schlons' post? Yeah, 57 Iran. So the units are there. So yeah, maybe it just requires a new scenario for them to show up. As well as, for example, Schlons has his additional units here. In Angola, Portugal, Rhodesia, South Africa. I'm so excited to see those. Yay! Yeah. Maybe I'll do another session, or a short session, to show how to use them. But anyways, most importantly, go here and grab Schlanz's fix. So that way you don't have any random crashes with Iran. Anyways, apart from that, everything else should be golden. Let's close that. Don't want to save it. We'll develop a new scenario and things to look out for later on. The other thing to mention is that save games with the old version do not work with the new version. If you try to load one, it will give you an error explaining that for you, and it will close the game. And the main reason, and I know how to fix it, and I'll do a little video to show you how to fix it, but as a general rule, old save games will not work. I'll show you how to edit it in a text file in order to fix it, but for now, just assume that they don't work. Again, you can expect a little video for me to do that. This is the brand new intro, the main launching screen. Oh, I double timed it. The main new launching screen, so you can organize things based on, if you look here actually, if you go into our game, you'll see that the scenarios are now loaded into various folders. For those creating scenarios, don't use the folders yet, because I'll explain how to do that and how to edit that in another video. I have a lot of videos that I have to do. Just keep everything in the main scenarios folder for now, because the editors have a hard time finding everything properly. Crossroads is saying, note that if you are playing an old scenario that did not have a companion Lua file, but has now, it will fail for that reason too. The old save files do not require Lua file variables there. That's true. Yeah, so that's the other thing. So it's just best to not play them anymore, but I'll show you how to do it. Like, for example, I have some play by emails going, and those are the ones that I'm going to fix because I need them. Vietnam, on the other hand, is okay to do that because they all had Lua files. But yeah, Middle East did not have Lua files before, but now everything has a Lua file. So if we look in here, you'll see that there's scenario files and all the Lua files as well. These are something that I'll talk about here in a second, but let's continue on this. So the way everything is broken down, there is subfolders where you can find, and if you're just looking for a particular thing like the Algerian War, there's still a couple of scenarios there. There's the boot camps. There's a bunch of link campaigns. So the link campaigns don't work at the moment. Hopefully in the future, fingers crossed. But all of those scenarios have been converted into standalone scenarios, at least as a temporary thing, so you can play them if you want. They haven't been modified in the sense that I didn't guess what your losses would be carrying over, blah, blah, blah. So take that for what it's worth. Should still be a fun scenario, but you'll be playing everything with not the Hui scenarios. They were in for 1.3. I don't think were the Hui scenarios in 1.3.1? I don't remember if they were included or not. Oh no, they were. You're right. You're right, Petri. I forgot. Anyways, still, they should be fun to play, but keep in mind that all your units are going to be full strength depending on which scenario that you're playing. So, yeah. You can also organize these how you wish. You can, if you want to organize these columns by complexity, you can totally do that. Yeah, you're right. The first 5 or 6 of them. You're right. Totally. I had forgotten that. Complexities. We also give you a little bit more information now based on what the complexity level means. So, for example, with complexity 1, you're playing with a handful of companies. With 2, you're playing with battalions. With 3, regiments, and so on and so forth. Obviously, the larger the scenario, the more units that you're playing with. Here it tells you how many units you're actually playing with. So both of these are level 9, but this one here obviously has a significant, way more units to play with otherwise. Let's see. you can sort by date, you can sort by whatever you want, and yeah, you can organize these however you want. And it should save those for you. The other big thing is that the maps have changed. So let's load up a scenario. What was I going to do? I wanted to play... What did I want to play? That Advantage Jiradi. So this is a little bit bigger, but the reason I want to show you this is because there's more things to show. Teaching sets rule. Yeah, they're awesome. Again, this is the new opening dialogue. I'll be making some new teaching sets for the Cold War game that we're going to work on. I'm so excited. Oh, speaking of Cold War, I'll just throw what's going on. I have mostly finished Poland. The only thing I have to add now are the unit bases and the flags, and then that's pretty much good to go for Poland. I had a pleasant surprise that I had already completed the unique IDs for the Soviets. It's just a matter of assigning graphics. I have redone the graphics for the Warsaw Pact so far, and I'm going to make a folder that has all these things completed and done. The Polish uniforms are a little bit different than the Czechs and the Soviets, so they have a different color, so you'll very easily be able to identify which ones those are on the map for sure. So yeah, the only thing I have left to do for the order of battles, for the current ones that we have for Warsaw Pact, are assigning graphics to the Czechs and assigning graphics to the Soviets, and then they will be good to go for scenario creation, which is exciting. So there's that will probably take a good month. So by end of April, I'm going to say both of those will be done by the end of April for sure. And then after that, it's just scenario and map building. Once I get some scenarios under my foot, I'm also going to revise the British Army of the Rhine, the order of battles for that, because I do have excellent source material now for that with the purchase of that last book. And that'll really improve the Brits because they need a facelift, something fierce, and I will do that probably as I have time. In regards to East and West Germany, not sure how that's going to pan out yet. We'll see how things go. So far, our plan is to Q4 2026 to release 1.0. So what that 1.0 is going to look like, I'm not going to speculate, but that's our goal for now anyways. Back to this. This is the new setup screen where you can decide on the advantage, if you want fog of war, which side you want to play, all the optional rules. The optional rules are pretty much the same. This is the standard ones. I recommend leaving them all checked with the exception of variable visibility. I would use variable visibility if you played the scenario a number of times and just want a little bit of different flavor. Hey Ingrid, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well today. There's another thing that I'm going to show you too that Petri has been working on. So, one new thing for Middle East is that every scenario now has a Lua file. And that Lua file, we'll call this Phase 1 Lua file scripting. These are automatically produced scripts based on a tool. Hey Tim, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. These are automatically produced Lua files based on information that is found in the scenario file, in the map file, blah blah blah. There are 4 key things that the Phase 1 builds. 1, it builds the briefing, as we're looking at here. This is the briefing that is automatically generated. 2, it provides some artillery scripting for the artillery. It provides logistics every 10 turns, you get, I believe it provides you with an opportunity to have ammo resupply. So you'll see here, there are 30 turns in this scenario. That's another reason why I picked this. So we do get a chance to just automatically, I'll show you how to do it, have artillery or ammo for both your artillery as your regular forces. Keep in mind that every turn these should decrease. So right now the ammo levels start at 75% for both artillery and regular ammo, and this will provide you that. The other thing, it provides Lua scripting for airstrikes. Let me see, airstrikes, artillery, logistics, and briefings. Was that it, Crossroads? And remember, this is phase 1, so hopefully phase 2 will add some more logic to other units. Yeah, I think that's what it's for. That being said, so those 4 things are pretty much taken care of, at least as a general start. And then hopefully in the future we'll see some of the combat units having some generic scripting as well. Now, obviously, hey Stipe, thanks for tuning in. Obviously, the best results are if you're going to be scripting the thing yourself. That takes time. We have hundreds of scenarios, so we're trying to get something a little more automated, so you guys have something that if you designed your own scenario, you can easily make one of these, which is super easy. And I think I can even show you very quickly. I think all you have to do is do this. Open up so all the tools are included in your folder. And the only difference is that there's no Make Lua 2. It's just Make Lua. I will provide Lua procedure as part of a scenario editor for the summer update. Oh, that would be amazing. Absolutely. That is fantastic. So, Petri says, I will provide the Make Lua procedure as part of the scenario editor for the summer update, which is huge. That is huge. No kidding. That'll make your life easier. That'll make my life easier. Then there's videos that I don't have to make. Then I can just... Oh, man, that's exciting. You should see how big I'm smiling now. That's just awesome. One other thing that I wanted to... Oh, yeah. So, obviously, the map has changed. We have brand new graphics from Bill Blake using Perl. Oh, I was planning to reprogram all CS lint Perl utilities that require Linux to be little exes that ship with the game. Oh, now that's a cool idea. I like that. That's really exciting. Thank you for that, Petri. That would make life a lot easier, especially on the user end. Absolutely. How exciting is that? So yes, here we have brand new graphics by Bill Blake, the 2D graphics. I love them. I think they're gorgeous. That being said, there is a mod that if you are familiar with the old graphics, the old like trenches and bunkers and things like that, you can still use those if you go. Let's just zoom out here quickly. I'm just going to save this. We're going to go back out. We're going to go to the main menu. You can enable mods very simply. And if you like those old ones, you can add this marker mod, which I like. I have something here to show you as well, but we're going to save that for later. So if we go back into the game, resume the save game. I will likely include or generate a quick zip file that we'll call 301, just to have, so you'll see here we have the traditional Rex and whatnot. So if you want to use those on top of that. The other thing is that if you want to use the old graphics, you can totally do that as well, which is super simple to do. All you need to do, I'm going to again exit out of this for a second, is go to the folder where the game is. Go to graphics, go to map, and you'll see here, this says old. These are the old graphics. Now this is going to be available for Middle East and Vietnam only. It's not going to be available for newer games. Just keep that in mind. So then all you have to do is rename this folder. There's the old ones. Bada boom. So now we're going to load up that game again. And fingers crossed, there you go, you still have the old graphics. So, super simple to do, but if you want to use the old graphics, they're all still there. I am going to use the new graphics, so I'm going to replace that. Sweet and simple. We tried to make that as easy as we possibly could. And huge thank you to Petri for that brilliant idea. All right, what else is new? For example, that's on the wrong side. It's for me, because I'm used to seeing it on the other side. So I'm going to move that. The unit list. Display position on the right. So that's how I'm used to seeing things. I'm always looking on this side, so it's weird seeing it on that side. But I get why. What else is new? This is new. So I mentioned before about the logistics being incorporated into the scenarios now with the new Lua files. For Middle East, we're talking about Middle East right now. With that, a new thing called check orders has been created. And with that, we have the opportunity to add our supply. So here, we can, if we want to add 10 units for ammo, we can totally do that just by clicking this drop down and pressing OK. You can do the same thing for artillery if you wish. All good here. This is a new feature, and with this feature we can do so many things. It's not limited to just the ammo, but right now this is giving you an example of how it can work. Once I get back into scripting, especially for Cold War, I will go in and provide some more information and details about how to utilize this whole section for a bunch of different things, which I'm super excited about. So I'm not going to take any supply quite yet. We'll save that for later. Let's see what else is new. The sitrep is brand new as well. So this is the information dialogue that explains everything you need to know about how the progress of your scenario is going. Here it tells you what you have on strength, the VPs, how many you've lost, the percentages, blah, blah, blah. The same thing for the enemy. You have some basic numbers of what's on the map. Am I playing with Fog of War? Should I see that? Oh yeah, I'm playing with Fog of War. Anyways. I should see them for the forces, but I won't see them for the strength. Although, doesn't this tell me what the strength is? It's an estimate only. Ah, okay. Okay. That's good to know. Then the strength report. Once we start engaging combat with the fog of war, these will be just generic, like infantry class or vehicle class or something like that. And then the mission status here. It'll help keep track of your losses, any event points. I'm pretty sure right now that the Middle East games, with the exception of the search scenario, do not incorporate event points for now. That'll come in the future. And then the usual victory levels. What else is new? So, I'm going to save this again and log out. And I'm going to show you something brand new. But I'm going to activate a mod before I do that. Firing at cities, towns, there's a little penalty for that. Like Vietnam, so if there's no units spotted, you'll be able to, or you'll suffer you'll point loss for that. That's the only main thing, I think. Let's enable a mod. So I'm going to show you something. Which is super cool. Let's load this up. So this is a work in progress, but this is kind of where we're going, which is really exciting. Fingers crossed that it works. So, there's a command report, right? What we're going to do. Now this is something that is going to be in lieu of the dialogue down here that gets pop up all the time. And the nice thing is that you can resize this to whatever you want. And if we take a look here, let's find some action. I'm just going to go straight ahead, see if we can run into something that shoots at us. Ah, roadblock. Just going to move a few things. I'm not going to save this. We'll come back and actually play it properly, but I want to show you this. So save it, end the turn. Look. It's automated. It tells you everything what's going on. Now the question is, reinforcements have arrived. We have 7 airstrikes remaining. So it gets rid of all the dialogues and puts them all into one main command report. Then you can see what's going on. You can see that units have been moving. You can see that there was some... there was a recoilless rifle is firing from blah blah blah. No effects on the damage. We can quickly review everything that had happened. Now, if Petri, this is just my opinion. If this type of thing happens, unknown location to unknown location, I don't want to see that. I don't think it's necessary to see that. So maybe if there's a way to block those things out, that would be super handy. Yeah, filter those would be good. I think only if something is... one of these variables are shown, then we should see it. Otherwise, I don't think we should see that. I think that'd be good. Like for here, unit firing, we don't know what it is. That's fine. Damage results, so I lost a tank. Boo! Where did I lose a tank? What? Oh, I did lose a tank. Oh, we can spot some things now. So, let's see what happens. I think everything is displayed from the top. Let's see if I can shoot at something. It tells me there. So this is... what do you guys think of this? And not only that, the text is huge. I can see that very clearly. What do you guys think? Do you think that's good, or that's a good idea? Instead of having this thing pop up all the time. And now with me, I'm on another... I have 2 screens, so I can just quickly move that other screen over there. Or I can resize it, or I can do whatever I want. I think this is cool. I think this is really cool. There will be an option to have the old pop-up as well. Kustin Lumel, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, fantastic. This is really cool. I like this. There was another window, but that probably will show up for the briefing. Maybe when I end the turn. Let's just end the turn. So here it's telling me what's going on. So because this is, again, I can move this over here. So it's off my screen so I can still see the action that's going on, which is awesome. This is the type of thing that will hopefully be included in the next update. Oh, man, we're getting smoked. That's so cool. I'm loving this. This is awesome. Yeah, there is a lot of information there, so I would recommend we need to clean that up so it's a little more useful. But generally it's not bad. Like the damage log, I don't think we need to see that. Command log, I don't think we need to see that. Firing at... Yeah, I think. Unit firing at unknown location, firing indirect at unknown... Yeah, so that we shouldn't have either, because that's too much information. So that's the AI plotting artillery. I don't think that's fair for us to know that. Moving units, that we shouldn't see. This we should see, because a moving unit is from a known location to 7321. We could probably see that. That's why it's identified. This one here, that one to unknown location. I think this is okay because, again, we see a unit that is moving. These ones we don't need. All those we don't need. All those we don't need. I think having some color in here might be a good idea as well. So, for example, this is the start of the new turn. Maybe we might have a little more information here that says, you know, start of turn 3. There's 7 airstrikes remaining. Maybe it's yellow or something like that. Hey, Tactician. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're doing well today. So all this information here, this is the main command report that happens at the beginning of a turn. Even if we change that to yellow or something, that might be a good idea, so we can identify what's different for the turn. This will call a data overload in my brain, Porcelans. Oh no. Now, if you don't want to see that, the idea is that under options for the damage results, this is only going to be if you have persistent checked on. Otherwise, it'll operate the same as before. Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. Keep track of which type of message is, and then the filtering. Filtering some of the things. I think that would be good. CS is ported to tabletop. It's called Panzerblitz. Yeah. No, that makes sense. So that would be something that you'd want to filter out, because we don't need to see it. Yeah, even if you just change the color. For example, you could have it, mind you, I don't know, people's... If it's movement, it could be green. If it's, mind you, that'll depend on the color of this too, because we don't want to have conflicting colors. I don't know. I don't know. Things to think about. But anyways, I wanted to show you that because I think it's really cool. Alright, let's get out of there. Let's go back to the regular version. Enable the game mods. Remove that. Oh, there's a unit picture mod too. I'm going to add that. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Petri. I really appreciate it. Hope you have an awesome day. Thanks for all the good news. Yeah, I was saying that if you have, like, for example, I have 2 screens, which is handy because then I can just move all those blocks or all those information blocks over to the side. Let's go back into our game. Oh, did I save that? I didn't mean to save that. Let's just start that over. So, that won't come until 3.1, just FYI. So, these are the type of things that we're working on for 3.1. Trying to make it more modern, to make it cooler, you know, to make it so that it's more Steam capable. Alright, again, the briefing, that's new for all Middle East scenarios. These are auto-generated. For now, mentioned it before, it is phase 1. With the phase 1, we have the briefing, artillery scripted, airstrike scripted, and we have logistics scripted. So every 3 turns you get you get basically 10 supply, which is fantastic. Not only that, if you want to, you can copy this all to the clipboard now. So if you don't want to keep it up. But with the new version, this will also be available to be resized and moved wherever you want it. If you have a second monitor, you'll be able to move it there or whatever. And if you wanted to paste that just like so, now you have the information readily available if you want it. This is handy for the longer scenarios, for sure, where the briefing changes. Although, you can still access the briefing at any time just by clicking that. Status, scenario briefing. What else is new? So many things. Iraq has been rebuilt. I noticed that there are some graphical issues still. I will incorporate. I'll work on that probably this weekend, as well as this week coming up. I will have a temporary zip file on the forum that will help fix those. Functionally, they work, but there's, for whatever reason, the automated process that we had to run the graphics to clean them up and make them the new standard. And the new standard is having these dark gray shadows instead of the checkerboard that we had before. The reason why we're doing that is because eventually we're going to be moving into, I think it's 32-bit BMPs, which will allow us to have transparency in behind. So that's one of the reasons why we're going that route, just FYI. But anyways, during that conversion process, there's an automated process that we have that just buggered some of them up. I am taking the time to... So for Poland, for example... Do I have that open? Let me see. For Poland... Wait, is this Poland? That's not Poland. That's the Czechs. So with Poland, I went through and I did all the shadows myself just to make sure that they're all good. And not only that, I made sure that there's 3D versions for each and every file, just to make sure. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but it's super exciting. Anyways, I'll be doing the same for the Czechs and the Soviets, and we're making some progress. Been taking phone pictures of the briefing. Yeah, you don't need to do that now, Tim. That's a good thing. All right. Let's see. I don't think there's any additional options. That's all good. That's all good. A lot of these dialogues now, they're organized better. They've been rebuilt. Yeah, he will. Thanks for doing that, Tactician. I'll let him know. That's fantastic. A lot of the dialogues have been given a facelift, which is handy. These are still the same. Oh yeah, for those playing, if you see an objective that has a 0 value, that means they're exit objectives. So your goal is to get to those objectives and remove units, which you can do by selecting them and then clicking on this button here, remove from the map, or Control E, and you'll get points. It'll start accumulating points at that location. Alright, so we've played this scenario before, but we haven't played it with the artillery being updated. So let's just get some action happening. We can talk about things as they go. Or, if you have questions, now's the time to ask them. Ask anything. That's always a fun thing. Which drop-downs, Tim? Go up into the higher view. We don't, and we want to get this guy out in the front. Oh shit, I didn't want him to die. Frick, there was a tank there. I forgot about that. I need to move them there. Damn tanks, bloody hell. So, T-54, T-55s, this is their sweet spot. Anything lower than a kilometer. And if we look carefully, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 1 kilometer, they'll kill things. If you stay further than a kilometer, they usually won't kill you, except if you have a light tank like this one. Getting used to the new toolbar. You can also change the toolbar here. So, for example, this is how I have it defaulted. But if you want to change the color, you can have it so that it's all generic if you want. You can have it so that it's colored. You can have it so that there's none if you don't want to see it. And you can have it so that the standard size is a little bit smaller. This is pretty small for me, but it could be handy depending on if you have this windowed or playing smaller. That's handy. That's good. Super handy. Nice. Is that on? Yeah, it is totally. Yeah, it's on Vietnam as well. So basically all the engines from now on will be the same. So if it's a feature in one game, it'll be a feature in the other games, including Cold War and World War II as we get there. Speaking of World War II, This is totally up to Petri. I know there's a lot of issues with the current JTCS. It's out of my capabilities of being able to fix anything like that. If Petri can or has the desire to, then maybe he can update it so that it works with Windows 10 and 11 and things. But I can't promise you anything because it's not my wheelhouse to promise. That would be up to him if he has the time or desire to do it. I know he's really heavily focused on updating these engines for sure, but I can't say the same that he would do something for the World War II stuff. So this is a AVR Prime or ARV Prime, and the beauty about this thing, oops, wrong button, is that it has a recovery flag. And what does that mean? That means it will remove wrecks. So as we get down to here, we'll see that it will review. Works on new, yeah, Rising Sun. Rising Sun seems to be the black sheep of the campaign series, and for whatever reason it doesn't work sometimes, or most of the time. So fair warning. East front, west front should be fine, but Rising Sun is not very happy. Let's zoom out. So I'm used to scrolling with my wheel the other way, so I'm going to switch that. Cursor, how do we do that? Scrolling, no, zoom, mouse order, standard, there we go. There we go. So I like going down, or using the mouse wheel scrolling towards me to go out, and then zooming in by scrolling north. So that's how you change that. Scrolling, oops, sorry. Where was that? Zoom, order, standard. Let's zoom out. Let's go to 7. The division headquarters slow. So what I'm doing is I'm just moving these units. Oh, for those that like NATO counters, we can use NATO counters as well. Counters, counter style, no, counter graphics, NATO, bada boom. On my to-do list, I also have the silhouettes that I'm hoping to implement for Cold War 1.00, and that will hopefully bring which means that we'll eventually bring them into Middle East and Vietnam as well. It is a very tedious thing to do, but I think the results will be awesome. So the general plan with that, and as I explained before, is that there will be a NATO set and a Warsaw Pact set. Each of those will have a little bit of units from the opposing side. Just for nations that have both, like Iran, Iraq, etc. Now the question is, are there roads here? Are there roads? Do I bother going all the way around? $3D. Alright, I'll put it back onto 3D, just for Tim. There we go. How many turns? There's 35 turns. I'm looking for a road back here, and if I should waste my time going through the desert, because I know it's going to be a slog. And I don't think so. Oh, another addition is the inclusion of the hex sides, so it really helps identify where there are elevation changes. You can also turn on the contours, like so. That helps as well, so it's a double whammy. And you can change the size of those contours if you want. Map widths, you can make them really stand out, or you can make them really narrow. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? I just had it. Contours, widths, 1. So now they're really narrow, but you can see with the addition of the hex sides, that's really handy. Colors, you can change the colors to dark or to light. Again, all for your preference. Totally depends on how you want to look at things. I think I've decided that we're going to send these units back this way. Oh, because the roads back here suck. Reconnaissance, not reconnaissance, some reconnaissance. Okay. Let's end the turn. If you have ideas for shorter videos, let me know. I've been thinking about doing a couple of series on, like, try and keep them short and sweet. But for example, a how to win series that basically would go over in the manual. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. This. Basically go through these. How to win series for CSV would be nice. Okay, totally, I can do that. That would. So I was thinking each video do like 5 of them or something, and there's 21, so that'd be 4 little videos. That shouldn't be more than 10 or 15 minutes, just to give you an overview of things that you should be considering. I don't know. What else would you like to see? I'm definitely very happy to help out. What the fire truck? Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, we lost another tank. Lost our recoilless rifles. This is not a good way to start. Lost our reconnaissance. Jesus. Reinforcements have arrived. 7 airstrikes remaining. We have 1 unit that has recovered morale, 1 of our tanks, and 5 headquarters unable to provide supply. Damn it. And that's a lead tank, so let's pull that back. Oh, that's the recoilless rifle that has been picking on our units. Just gonna pull these back. We're gonna get some more tanks up here. Vietnam is a toughie, but it's fun. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Ah, out of range. Can I get a rear shot? Oh, why can't I see that? Oh, it's just behind. There's dunes here that I can't see through. Gosh darn it. There we go. no joy. Yeah, we're... Oh, man. We're sucking. So, just as a general rule, the AI units themselves, with the Phase 1 scripting, they're still using the legacy scripting, or the legacy engine, which means that they're not very smart, but fair warning, they're still kicking my rear. Let's see if we can take this thing out. So I can't move here, there's a roadblock. So let's bring up our Shermans to get close. It's going to cost us 65 to get in there to clear that. So yeah, we are trying to modernize the game. Absolutely. Oh, there's a roadblock there too. Son of a... Let's pull these guys back. We don't want them to get smoked. So again, this is using the classic bunkers, which is the mod that I enabled before. It's just called the 3D Jason Petho graphics mod. Let's hide back here. Now this guy, we can go up here to start cleaning out one of those wrecks that we just made. Ah, so annoying. Now, I do have to worry about the artillery now, because the artillery is going to be way more effective than it ever has before. And that has me nervous. There was 184 responses. I think it was 184, or 183. Close to that, anyways. Responses for the survey. A huge thank you to everyone who did participate in that survey. I'm hoping that the results will be posted in the next week or two, and then I will go over them in detail once they are. Huge thank you again for that. It really does help, especially the future of the game. So again, this is pretty normal. Because things have been scripted now in the game, unit reinforcements will always arrive with 0 action points. That's a standard thing, so don't be surprised by that happening. So with the automated scripting, the artillery is odd in some cases. Take care, Tactician. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you have an awesome day. Oh, no! Our Prime got to sit. Seriously? Now we lost another tank. Disrupted. Alright, 7 airstrikes remaining. We have 2 units that have recovered morale. 6 headquarters, unable to provide supply. 1 artillery unit low on it, or 1 unit low on ammo, and we did clear some wrecks. Probably its own wreck, which is kind of hilarious. Yeah, so there was 2 wrecks there, and this does clear, I think, 2 or 3 per turn. Alright, so here, there's blocks. There they are. We're just going to punch through. Oh, there's more blocks. Damn it. Mines. And we got disrupted. More mines. Oh, we lost tanks. I don't think we're going to get lucky there. Let's move that there. Leave the headquarters back there. We can clear this. There are minefields, so I don't want to be going through the minefields. But we have to go through this very slowly. Damn it. Oh, we reduced it. Nice. And disrupted it. That's good. No joy. Now, since there's a whole bunch of blocks and mines here, it will be more difficult to just break through and take out that line. It's interesting that they are retreating. I'm not sure why they're doing that. It'll be fun to script this type of scenario. Just to... Mind you, I'd probably retreat too, eh? All those freaking tanks coming. Run away! You can change the color of the highlights. Let's do that. Highlight color to yellow. Yeah, I prefer yellow because they're much easier to see. Pathfinding is weird. I'm on the coast too, Tack. It's a bit yucky. Damn winter, eh? Now all of our reinforcements. California shouldn't complain too much. Yeah, right. That's funny. Artillery. That'll be one thing that you notice is that with the phase 1 scripting is that there is some random freaking disabled. Whoa, 3 of them disabled. What? Tortoise is stuck inside, though. She's driving me nuts wanting to play. That's funny. Seven airstrikes remaining. We have 1 out of 2 units that have recovered morale. 5 headquarters unable to provide supply. 2 units low on ammo. And we did clear a block and we cleared some wrecks. Anger issues. Oh no. We're getting kind of lucky. I don't know how many cordless rifles were there, though. Since the tanks have pulled out, if I can get in there... I have no joy. Since there's minefields, let's use slow time. Slow time is this button down here, and this will hopefully allow us to advance without driving into a minefield. Oh no, there's something there. Aha, so we revealed that there's trenches. We just disrupted our tanks. That's not good. There is a level 2 minefield. I am going to go slow time through this minefield. I'm going to leave the reinforcements in the back there for now. Let's just end the turn. We don't want to get all clogged up. Double time is not working well for you in Vietnam. Depends on how you're using it and where you're using it. Oh, frickin', we got disabled again. Oh no! No effect. Oh, that was a good hit. In certain terrain, double time is not going to provide you any benefit. Just FYI. Reinforcements have arrived. We have 7 airstrikes remaining. We have 1 out of 3 units that have recovered morale. We have 2 headquarters unable to provide supply, and we did clear some blocks and mines. As well as some wrecks, which is good. We didn't clear that block because the tank... Oh no, there's another frickin'... What? Oh wait, that must have 4 guns to it because we've already destroyed 3. Mine plows do not clear obstacles. I think they're just general, the way that the game is coded, I think they're just general units that, because this one did, but this one is disrupted, so it didn't. So they're just engineering vehicles, I think, so it should be able to do it. Let's check. Yeah, mine clearing, it does. Mine clearing, and it does clear obstacles, I think. Does it not? I think if it has mine clearing, it'll automatically clear something if there's a mine or a block inside of it, if I remember correctly. Do I have any engineers? If we do, we can take a look and see how they're flagged. Armored infantry. Engineer. Aha. Passenger. Mine clear. Yeah, so if it's mine clear, that means they can just clear the whole thing. That's the thing. You can use your tanks to clear mines one time. Unfortunately, no, you can't. You can't use the tanks to clear the mines, but you can use them to clear IEDs if they get set off. This one's disrupted, so he's pretty much screwed. Let's see if we can get rid of the machine gun. Which we can. See if we can get rid of this machine gun. Which we disrupted. Now let's try to assault it. It's in the trenches. We should be able to get in there. Or not. That's fine. Let's slow time through here. I need infantry to take that out, so let's unload a couple infantry. Nope, they're overstacked. The half tracks out of the way so we don't overstack the hex and get nuked. Oh, there's another recoilless rifle up there. Artillery. There we go. Let's see what we have for reinforcements. Oh, some beautiful guns. What the heck is that? Oh, there's a reconnaissance car. Let's go up here and make sure that he was alone. Can you set artillery to show the old pattern? If you go and use the mod, go to the enable mods and add the Jason Petho map or 3D Jason Petho map and graphics mod, that will change that so you can look at the old map like this. So it'll look like this. And that mod will change it so that you see the old blocks, the old mines, the old bunkers, all that. I'm still old school, so I prefer looking at the old stuff. The new stuff is nice, just I'm used to it. Now I moved those guns, which means I think I just screwed up that artillery. That's not good. Alright, let's see if this has any better luck for us. Come on, positive vibes. The recoilless rifles. Don't die. A lot different experience with machine guns versus when we were at Aachen. Holy, those machine guns with level 3 or level 2 leaders, they're brutal against my tanks. There must be another. Oh yeah, there's another recoilless rifle there. They're everywhere. Seven airstrikes remaining. We have 0 out of 2 units checked. 4 headquarters unable to provide supply. 2 units low on ammo. A unit cleared. Rex and a block. Perfect. No effect. Another no effect. Alright, let's see if we can finally overrun these stupid things. Excellent. And I don't have enough to hit that. That's fine. These guys are still disrupted. Let's slow time into the block. So, one nice thing is that we didn't get penalized for going into the block, or for going slow time. It maxed out at 65 points, which means we can fire. Alright, now here's going to change everything, I hope. We're going to take this point, and I want to see what the AI does by itself. Oh, there's something there. What? Better hit those mortars. Oh, they're there. You just can't see them. Son of a... Oh, that's because they're there. forgot about these guys. Oh, I can't assault. But we should be able to break through this line now. That was a good hit. We reduced it. Didn't kill it though. Reduced it again. Let's advance towards overrun those. A little hard for me to see the tunnels with the new graphics. Oh, they can't see. Have you gone through the... Oh, you're playing Starlight. No, they are hard, for sure. That's why I use these old graphics still, because I like them. How is your Starlight going? How far did you get? Just gonna rotate these guys so that their armor facing is there. We should be able to take that out next turn. Let's call the artillery. Let's smoke that. Turn 14, a drastic turnaround. I think I might win. Oh, good. That's good to hear. Where are you engaging right now? Just going to leave this column back here, but I will move up any reinforcements that I have. Oh, what's this? Reconnaissance. Ah, these frickin' artillery. I forgot to move them. But that's okay. They're on the map. I really like Operation Starlight for Vietnam, which we'll probably do next week anyways, because it teaches you everything that you learned in the boot camps, mostly, to how to move all your units, how to fire, how to conduct operations. I think it's a really good experience to play if you're learning how to do Vietnam. That's Operation Starlight. I don't remember what the name is. The first battle or something like that. Let's move that into there. See if we can help clear out that wreck anyways. Oh, frick. Minefield. But I got lucky. I didn't lose anything. Okay. Oh, I meant to save it. there, boys. Got the supplies that almost have unlock 1. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Marines are so much more fun than commanding the Advantage. Yes. It's fun when you have all the toys, that's for sure. Damn it. Rear shots on our tanks from that blasted recordless rifle. Oh, there's a massive anti-tank gun up there. The key about learning and playing with the Arvin is that you have to use all your units. That's one thing that I like about playing the Arvin, is that it teaches you to understand how to fight with infantry and supporting weapons without having all the fancy toys. Which makes you an even better player once you start getting all the fancy toys as the Americans. So it's a really good learning experience to learn how to operate with the Arvin, considering how crappy they are. Generally. Well, that was a good hit. There's a blasted 85mm anti-tank gun there. That is terrible. The problem, though, by doing that is that you have to be prepared to lose. Because you will. And you'll lose often. But you gain so much valuable experience when playing with the Arvin. Oops. Almost lost my coffee. Alright, we need to take out this gun. That thing has been hidden most of this scenario so far, and we had no idea it was there. So these are probably in a bunker, so I can't tell if they're disrupted or not. Let's hit this thing over here, because that's a problem. Let's do a shot. Can I do an assault? Ah, no, it's trenches, the buggers. Okay, let's try to assault that with full action points. There we go. Yeah, so the only way we would know that it was trenches if we would have had assaulted that before, which I did not do. Now there is a tank back, or anti-tank gun back there, which means that there's probably, oh yeah, there's multiple anti-tank guns back here. That's the sugar shits. Alright, let's grab our artillery guns. Let's pull them way closer. Do we have more reinforcements? We do not. Advance a little bit further in. I'm going to take these vehicles. Smoke the leader. And can we get lucky and smoke the headquarters? Yes! Yes! Okay, I'm gonna lose those tanks. And I can't move them into the... Damn it. So the anti-tank guns are here. That's our major threat. There's anti-tank guns there. Let's turn this way. I tried stuff like that back when I first came out. Won a few, but not now. Oh, you just gotta need to keep trying. It's all good. And Windows 11 makes the game run at normal speed, so that's a good thing. I'm gonna hope that's a good thing. These guys are still screwed. We'll send this infantry company to go deal with that. Oh, we have engineers. Let's start clearing some of these mines. Alright, guns. Let's hit one here. Windows 7 Pro was so slow I couldn't play it. Oh, well that's good that you can play it now. That's huge. Let's call in our artillery. Let's hit that. We want to hit this because we want to take that out. So we plotted artillery here. I have airstrikes, but I'm going to save the airstrikes, I think, for now. This is almost recovered. Oh, I can't see anything back there. Damn it. With the recoilless rifle, they can take out my light vehicles, so I don't want that to happen. Okay, let's save it, end it. So we're setting up a new computer without help. Yeah, don't do that again. Ah, crap. For 85 millimeters, they're pretty brutal. We're getting lucky those Egyptians don't have a lot of anti-tank capability. Otherwise, I'd be losing these tanks left, right, and center because they've been getting rear shots and side shots. That was a side shot, so I lost the tank against that recoilless rifle. I should have turned them. Seven airstrikes remaining. We have 1 out of 3 units that have recovered morale, 1 headquarter unable to provide supply, 2 artillery unavailable, 1 unit low on ammo. Alright, positive vibes. No joke. This must be a 57 or something because it shouldn't be moving. Want to try that huge Middle East scenario again? Oh yeah, for sure. We should try a play by email, Tim. See if I can overrun that anti-tank gun. Ooh, I can. Reduced it. Nice. Nice. Okay, we burned through quite a bit of stuff there. Roslavo. That's a fun scenario. I'm having fun with that. It's a hard one, but it's a fun one. Ah, finally got rid of that gun. Oh, let's try our luck. Let's try our luck. Okay. Luck didn't work, but we did find that it's in a bunker. So we're going to position our tanks so we can do at least... Oh no, if we position them here, we can do a surround assault next turn. And that should help overrun that. These, on the other hand, I need to smoke that regardless rifle. They're still not happy. We reduced it by 2. That's good. Advance. Actually, let's try and assault that. No joy. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Okay. That takes care of that. Oh, reduced it. That's down to 1. Perfect. Let's bring our engineer vehicles up. Bring our engineer in. Let's hit this stuff. No joy. Okay, let's call in our artillery. What are we going to smoke? Let's smoke this. Let's smoke that. And the mortars, let's hit this. Roslava's too big not to concentrate on it. No, fair enough. That makes sense. Russian side sucks. I have this. Yes. I made that. Oh, freaking heck. I made that very difficult for the Russians. But with the scripting, keep in mind, it may look like you're going to lose, but you probably won't, depending on how well you do as the Russians. It'll be fun for me to try playing it too from the Russian side, which we'll do after, obviously. But yeah, right now, I think I'm doing okay as the Germans. I finally have a little bit of a breakthrough, which is kind of nice. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Ooh, that's good. So next week what we'll do is we'll go into Vietnam next week and show you that. In spots trying to get my act together, the pawn slowed you, but they couldn't forever. No, of course. Unfortunately, you've only seen the front line. You don't know what's in behind, which is not going to be pleasant. There we go. That takes care of that. That's what we wanted. Let's see if we can take out these mortars. Oh. No joy. Now, they're not in the open, but maybe with a surround assault, we'll get lucky. No, we didn't. We need to disrupt them. Damn it. Russians need mine engineers. Yes, and construction engineers. Blasted tanks or anti-tank guns. Oh, we're reducing it slowly. Exactly. It's a play test. Oh, there's something there. Damn it. they're not happy. They were not. No, they were not. All those toys came after. Alright, this is out of ammo. Let's move it closer. Holy crap, you know what? I just realized that I played a third of it and we haven't even broken through the first line. So that's not good. I need to fix that, because that sucks. This is just an outline too. I think this is the main first line. That's the second main line. Oh, maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. That's crazy though. Plot the artillery. Bring up some reinforcements to help punch through that line. Understand the pathfinding sometimes. It's very bizarre. We have an engineer company. We should probably bring that up as close as we can. And bring these guns up. Have any more reinforcements? No. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to rebuilding the World War II stuff. Now, aren't you clogging the highway? I am, but the AI is going to focus on the objectives for the artillery and not behind the scenes. So if I have units near objectives or closer to the artillery, that's what it's going to target, especially if they're in line of sight. Outside of line of sight, it's not that, the pre-programmed artillery is not that clever. Would I do that against the human? Or if I scripted it? No, definitely not. As you saw, the artillery is very effective at killing tanks, especially if they're bunched up. If you have one in a hex, it's usually okay, but once you start having more than 2 or 3 platoons, then your odds of getting smoked by artillery increases exponentially. Seven airstrikes remaining. We have 2 units that have recovered morale, 2 headquarters, unable to provide supply, 3 artillery units unavailable, 2 units low on ammo, and we did clear a block and a mine. let's take that. Because I'm all about having the points. That reminds me. Let's take a look. I want to see something for a second. Oh no. We're on track. We're on track for this one. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay in open terrain. Your odds of being successful with tanks and whatnot in open terrain is much greater than Vietnam, for example. You wouldn't want to be doing that. Or if I was assaulting a town, then I would want infantry support. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad day. Oh, finally. Hallelujah. Send some tanks out to get that. Get that 100-pointer. So here, I'm just going to fire. And then we're going to do an assault. Now we're still taking losses. So there, we're overstacked, so we suffered for it. But now I'm just positioning to be in a surround assault opportunity. Bring up our engineers. They're clearing, which is good. Move these up. Tanks we can also move up. Because we're going to want to break through there. Finally got rid of those things. Alright. I think we're going to leave it there, just like that. Bada boom. I will save this, and we'll continue on. Not next Sunday. Next Sunday we're going to do Vietnam. Wednesday we're going to do Aachen. Try and get that under our belt, because that's a lot of fun. I'm having a good time playing that. If you do have questions or comments, please ask them down below. I do answer all the questions and comments. If you have more detailed questions, whatnot, you can ask them over on our Discord. There's a link down below. Huge thank you to our patrons and donators. Every little bit helps, so thank you for that. It truly makes a huge difference. If you are liking this type of content and you manage to stick around this long, please consider giving this a like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithms and whatnot. Feel free to comment too, because that also helps. And yeah, have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll be back on Wednesday night at 6 p.m. And on that note, take care, smile always, and talk to you soon.